A special report on the state of small business is on the cover of this week's Business Courier, and the news is not good locally. On the front page centerpiece, with small business made up of 98% of companies and 65 million workers, some are asking, who you calling small? Greater Cincinnati ranked 101st out of the 106 largest metro areas, 17 spots below last year's 84th place ranking. Local small business experts were quite frankly surprised. They pointed to at least a half dozen small business and startup accelerators, universities that offer entrepreneurship programs, and local incubators that help small businesses get off the ground. This is video of Techstars FounderCon conference held in Over the Rhine last year. Many point to events like this as evidence that the local environment for small business entrepreneurship is stronger than ever. Business Courier reporter Steve Watkins compared the national findings on small business development to the local scene. He joins Business Watch producer Kelly Leon in the studio with more on why Cincinnati ranked so low.
Thanks so much. Steve, thanks for being here this morning.
Sure, glad to do it.
So, what are the factors that went into these ratings?
Yeah, there's 15 factors they used, and some of them we ranked low because we're kind of inherently low in a couple of these categories. There are things like percentage of small businesses in the city and percentage of small business income. Those kind of tie together, and part of the reason we ranked low last year, we rank low again this year, is we have so many Fortune 500 companies here. We have 9 in the city. It's a lot more than most cities our size. So we have more people working at places like P&G. That just leaves fewer people to work at small businesses. So some of those we're not probably going to improve a whole lot. But then there are some others that we rank low, and we fell quite a bit from last year. So that's a little more concerning.
What were those?
Some are things like percent of self-employed people. That's something that could tie into the Fortune 500 thing, but we fell quite a bit in that category. And then there are a few others that measure the overall health of the local economy, and we fell, not as dramatically, but we fell significantly in things like gross metro product, which is like GDP for the local market.
Okay.
We fell from top half to, or top third actually, to bottom half in that category. Personal income growth, we fell quite a bit, from about the middle to the bottom, and change in employment, job growth, we fell too. So there are some of those that are a little bit concerning.
So despite that, you talked to a lot of experts who were really surprised by this, and then there are other rankings that show we're not as low as this particular study shows. Yeah,
some of this definitely depends on what survey you want to listen to and pay attention to. Forbes just came out with a study the other day. I put it in the story. They ranked Ohio the best in the country for startups, and their prime example was a Cincinnati startup. So that's a good sign. Another consumer research firm ranked Cincinnati 7th out of 200 cities in terms of being the best for small business. And they took into account things like taxes and cost of living. Presumably, small businesses are going to know that and come here, so maybe we're just a well-kept secret. But a lot of the people I talked to, Glenn Clevenger from the SBA, David Main at HCDC, people like that, the UC Economics Center, they were very surprised. A lot thought we would probably rank in the top third if they were just asked how we would do.
Interesting. So what do they say we do now? Do we just say, okay, that's just a blip and we let it go and stay the course? Or do we make changes?
Yeah, well, there was some of both, actually. I mean, some people did say, hey, we're doing great with these accelerators and things like that, but there are some things that we can improve on. I talked to a professor at Xavier who focuses on small business, and he said, this might be a good wake-up call. This might actually be a good thing for us. One of the things he talked about is we have too few services for existing businesses. At least potentially we have too few. And Xavier's actually working with an incubator in Price Hill with some of these established small businesses. We have a lot with startups, but less with the established companies. And then there are a couple other things. Glenn Clevenger from the SBA said we have a bit of a labor shortage, and some of it is because people aren't able to pass drug tests, job candidates. And one way you can combat that, obviously, deal with the drug problem. Also, get more immigration here. Get people to move here from elsewhere in the country and even out of the country. That helps our population growth and the job market.
Which has been an initiative of the Chamber as well. So interesting story. Read the full story in the print edition. Great job. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.